Good morning, campers. We're out here again in the woods with another video. Last time we talked about my Alice gear, and this time we're gonna talk a little bit about my two AEGs that I have. The first one is the M653. It's an old school carbine with A1 style iron sights and a pencil barrel. If you guys just watched movies, specifically Platoon, you can see the two sergeants using this weapon as their primary. That's actually not accurate. They should have been using the XM series carbines, which were used during the Vietnam War. But this one was used by recoilless rifle companies in the Rangers. But they preferred this one over the M16 since it's shorter, more easy to carry, since they were already carrying the large and heavy recoilless rifles. But yeah, this one has the pencil barrel, A1 style iron sights, and this was my go-to weapon for about 2 years. I bought it around 3 years ago, and when I got the new one, I switched over to this. The M727. This one has A2 style iron sights and a M4 style outer barrel. It has the M203 attachment, well not an attachment point, but like a drilled part here, so you can attach an M203 grenade launcher into the weapon. You can do the same on the 653, but it's a bit harder to keep it still. I have to use some electrical tape to hold it there. But yeah, the Rangers upgraded their upper receivers to the M727 style round at the end of 80s, beginning of 1990s. Around the same time when Delta Force started using the M723 carbines during the Gulf War. The M723 doesn't have the A2 style iron sights like this one has. I have one of those as well, but I'm not going to talk about that AEG in this video, since it's more of a Delta Force carbine, and I want to do another video about Delta Force gear down the line. But I still have some images which show Rangers also using the M723. I think it was in Rio Hato. But yeah, these are the two carbines that I'm currently using. This one has been my primary for ever since I got it, actually. As you can see, it's been through a lot of use. Some of this wearing is artificial, but most of it is just like it's been here and come over use. You see on this side as well. I love them both. They're my babies. All my AEGs are my babies. I have spent quite a lot of time and effort to make these things look realistic, since I'm more of a milsim guy. But I still take some, well, not shortcuts, but I do things according to my own preferences. I always put my slings with paracord, so I don't get any noises. I don't use the sling swivels on the bottom. And most of the time I also tape the metal parts, so I don't get the distinctive clanking on the clanks on the weapon. And since we're using AEGs and both of my carbines are rear wired, in this one I have some duct tape on the bottom there. On the other one I have a cheap butt plate that I bought from China for a couple of bucks. But on the M723 that I have, I also have that uses a John Mason recoil pad. But we're going to talk more about that AEG later in the spring. But yeah, and also a lot of you guys were asking how does my Alice gear look when I'm wearing it. So this is the same set that the set I'm using now is the same one I talked about in the last video. So I have my bandolier with the 4 magazines. I like to ride it high, since it doesn't get in the way of the other pouches, so that I can still use these ones, and it goes over my body here. I usually keep it closer to my chest, so it's easier to draw the magazines when I need them. And the belt setup is the same as it was last time. 2 canteen pouches, 2 magazine pouches on both sides, and also my knife here, and 2 first aid kit pouches here. I'm not using a backpack. I don't really like them. I usually use a small rucksack if I need to carry extra stuff. But yeah, that's it for today again. Thanks for watching, subscribe and like, and if you have any questions or I made some extremely bad mistakes, just leave a comment on the comment box, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.